Kwasi here, and in this video, I want to share with you why business owners fall into this trap of hustle culture and working hard. And really what I want to share with you is how I went from this hard work mentality to relaxing and easing up, and as a result of that, I actually started getting better results in my business. This was a realization that took me a very, very long time to arrive at, and I'm going to share with you the tool, the key, that helped me reframe that belief of I need to work hard, I need to suffer, I need to go through pain and anxiety and fear every single day in order to grow my business. And as a result, that's what kept happening. It became a self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay, so please stick around to the very end of this video if you're a business owner and you're trying to start up a business or you already have an existing business, because I'm going to show you the key principle that allows you to reframe those beliefs, get to a point where it becomes effortless for you rather than you struggling and suffering every single day. Before I begin this video, I wanted to quickly announce that spots are open for the free one-to-one consult with me and my team for the Reality Mastery Program. So just wait till the end of the video for the announcement on what that is and how to sign up for that. So with that, let's get started. Today I want to talk about this hard work culture and this hustle culture that you see all around you. I think this began with this influencer called Gary Vee, where he just says, go out there and do everything and get on every single social media platform. And I tried that and it didn't work, and I started doing the exact opposite, and that started to work. I deleted my Instagram, I stopped using Instagram basically. I never made a TikTok, I deleted my Snapchat. My life got a lot more peaceful, and I started to focus on the things that really mattered, and because of that, my business grew. Okay, so what I want to share with you in this video is how to get out of that mind state of I need to work hard, I need to suffer, I need to punish myself, I need to be tortured, and that's just the only way you can achieve your goals. Okay, and really let's understand why that belief gets formed in the first place. And that's because you kind of get introduced to this entrepreneurial world at first, from that world of, work hard, get a job, there's a lot of competition, and you have to fight and battle to earn a place under the sun. That kind of belief is all ingrained around you because of a concept I like to call pendulums. Okay, I made videos about it. If you click up here, you'll check that out. But it's basically societal conditioning. The way society and all of these energetic structures called pendulums. Okay, let me explain to you quickly what a pendulum is. A pendulum is a collective, a like-minded structure that spontaneously forms itself just to extract energy. Okay, it's just an energy extracting structure. They're all around you. There's constructive and good pendulums. There's destructive and bad pendulums. And we just give our energy away to pendulums because it helps us achieve our goals, or it becomes a mutually beneficial thing. So to give an example, a business is a pendulum, a religious group is a pendulum, a sports group is a pendulum, because it's collective like-minded thinking. So just like that, the pendulum will always optimize to extract as much energy as it can. The best way to extract energy from you is to keep you in a more anger or a more fear or a less kind of unique individualistic state and more of a collective state. Like, oh, life is hard, and everyone rejoices in the idea of life is hard. And that's why people don't want to move their own paths and do their own things, because they think that life is hard, choose the easy way, right? So this is in a nutshell what pendulums try to do. So this pendulum instills the idea of life is hard, everything is hard, business is hard, 99% of businesses fail, and therefore you've got to work extra hard if you're a business owner in order to succeed, which is very, very untrue. It's not necessarily true, but if you believe it, so be it. Okay? So most buy into this hustle culture, and this then becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy for them. So to give an example, when I got into entrepreneurship, waking up at 5 a.m., waking up early was more important than actually getting customers and giving them value. Making 7 videos a week was more important than actually focusing on customers and, providing them value. So that's what I kept focusing on. Like, oh, I have to work hard. I have to work hard. I was optimizing for working hard, not getting results. Do you understand the difference? It's what you optimize for that determines ultimately where you go. Okay? So if you're optimizing for, let's say you want to achieve your goals, right? And you're not optimizing for goal achievement, you're optimizing for more the process than the achievement of the goal. If you become too process oriented, that's not going to serve you. If you become too goal oriented, that's not going to serve you either. There's a fine balance between the both of them. So again, if you optimize for, I just want to work hard for the sake of working hard, I was seeing that I was just keeping busy for the sake of keeping busy. And I did that because I truly believe that, oh no, if I don't stay busy, I won't get results. I'm going to fail. And because of that, it just made me focus more on nonsense, right? As opposed to just doing one or two things that really contributed 80% of the results. So that took me a very, very long time and a lot of trial and error and a lot of suffering to come to, that you don't necessarily need to work hard, you need to work smart. But when people look back at my journey, they say, oh, Kwazi, you worked so hard. Yeah, like you've been doing all of these things and all of that. But to me, it was, first of all, not hard work. And second of all, most of it was not necessary. And why I say it wasn't hard work was because most of the things I was doing, I actually genuinely enjoyed. Towards the middle of it, when I started getting results in my business, I actually did more stuff that I enjoyed and had fun with. And that's why it just contributed to more and more growth. And this is what I started to see with, the enrollment coach that we have, the sales rep that we have for our program that enrolls the clients. The more he got attached to getting the yes and getting the sale in the calls, the more he didn't have fun with it. And because of that, the more he started to get into this negative mind state, and it was more of a struggle every single day. Getting on the phone was a struggle every single day. But the minute he started to have fun with it, it all just became a game, and he was getting yeses left and right. And it's not because he was getting yeses that he was having fun with it. He started to have fun with it first, and he let go of his attachment and his need to get the yes. And as a result, he started getting the yeses. So just like that, when you let go of the need to do hard work and you just let everything spontaneously unfold, then the results naturally come. So this is what happens when you get too much into the mind and you're like, I must do this and I must do that because I believe this and I believe that to be true. You don't allow the universe to deliver results to you. Instead, you insist on your own way and what your limited paradigm and your limited beliefs are on achieving this goal. Okay, so that's the biggest problem. And I bought into this idea, started doing 7 videos a week. I started burning myself out, getting little sleep, and it wasn't serving me at all. It was actually making my videos worse, and I didn't even get that much traction for a whole year. But then as soon as I made the decision to cut down to 3 videos a week from 7, and all of a sudden my channel started to blow up. As soon as I let go of that, this gave me more and more proof that, wait a second, I don't necessarily need to work hard. I need to just work smart and be consistent with it, not inconsistently do something and then let go of it, right? So that was the biggest realization for me. How I came to that realization was defining and investigating my beliefs around what success means. So ask yourself, what does success mean to you? How do you define success? Does success just solely mean hard work? Or does it mean suffering? Does it mean fulfillment? What does it really mean to you? So we're going to get to that in a second in an exercise I like to call the belief investigation chart. And we're going to delve deep down into what you truly believe it and how to reframe and recontextualize it. But before I get to that, understand that another reason why I was experiencing this cycle of suffering and cycle of pain was because of a phenomenon called events and meaning. So in the space of quantum physics, what happens is whenever you put a meaning onto something, if we really break it down, right? Let's say this is a life path that you're following, okay? You're going along this life path. Now, at every single decision-making point, you enter a fork in the road because whatever decision you make, it's going to make you go one way or the other. So here's a fork in the road, okay? Now, whatever meaning you put, whatever the intention is behind the decision, that actually determines what the fork in the road is, not the decision itself. The decision itself, the action itself is an illusion. It's an expression of the intention and the meaning that you put behind it. So to give an example, if I come here and I'm like, okay, now I have a decision to make 7 videos a week or 3 videos a week. Both would help me become successful. I'm telling you, both would help me become successful, but it's the meaning I place on it. If I put a positive meaning on it and I say, you know what? Making 3 videos a week will actually work. Somehow it'll just work. I fully trust it. Then that's what'll happen. The 3 videos a week instead of 7 videos a week will start to give me better results. But if I start to believe that I need to make 7 videos a week, or I need to, 3 videos a week won't work for me, it won't give me results, then that's exactly what's going to happen, right? That's exactly how it's going to unfold. So this shows that whatever meaning you put onto events that occur in your life, or decisions, or moving forward, whatever the intention behind it is, accordingly it will unfold. To give you another concrete example, when I was younger, I got bullied a lot, and my self-image was terrible, and I was unconfident, and I just couldn't go out there and socialize because I was afraid. I was always in my shell. And that prevented me from taking networking opportunities, or doing proactive things. And what I believed it was my teeth. I had really crooked teeth, and I was like, oh, once I get braces and my teeth get straightened, then I'll be confident. Then I'll, have the confidence to go out there and do all of those things. And you know what happened? I actually did end up getting braces. And because I put that meaning on the braces, and I was like, you know what, once I get the braces, then this will happen. Then I'll become confident. After I took the braces off and my teeth were straightened, I saw that throughout that whole journey of getting the braces and having the braces on and progressively seeing my teeth get straighter, after I took off my braces and my teeth were perfectly straight, I just became a completely new person. I became a whole different person because I crafted myself with straight teeth to be a different person than I was then with crooked teeth. But it doesn't really matter. I could have still been the confident person with the crooked teeth, but it's just I believed my value to be completely different with a different set of teeth. So this is why, getting a change in appearance is so powerful if you correctly contextualize it, if you put the correct meaning on it. So just like that, if you believe you have to work hard, then that's exactly what you're going to have to do. If you believe you need to suffer throughout this journey, then that's exactly what's going to happen. And it's just going to be a really, really tough journey for you. And that's what I had to get out of in order to have fun with it and not have to work hard. Now when people ask me, do you work hard? I don't. 8 to 10 hours a day of work, it just comes naturally. And I'm not a prisoner to my work, So that's what happens when you put a good meaning on something. So that's the whole gist of events, meaning, and having a certain intention behind something. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so let's talk about the key on investigating, because you can't put a new meaning on something if your old beliefs keep coming up and keep crowding your new intended desired beliefs, right? So let's talk about how we can investigate it and how we can get rid of those limitations. So the 3 keys that'll help you step into a completely new version of yourself, okay? How we do identity shifting in the Reality Mastery Program, how you consciously become a new person, and keep doing it without getting attached to this new person so you can hit higher and higher heights in your business, in your life, is basically a simple framework would be to, first of all, look at what you currently believe, look at what you want to believe, and find a way to bridge both of them. Because if you have a paradigm shift, your old paradigms always get incorporated into the new paradigm. You can't just ditch them. It becomes like this, right? Let's say your old paradigm is like this. Your new paradigm incorporates this old paradigm and is a little bit bigger than that. So that's how you just expand your comfort zone. This is your old comfort zone. When you expand it, you allow more and more opportunities and more chances to happen until your comfort zone expands and becomes bigger and bigger. And when it does, then the opportunities that will take you to the goal all of a sudden become available to you. To give you an example, expanding my comfort zone in terms of trying out online businesses and failing and getting those lessons gave me more and more proof that, wait a second, other people are doing it. That means it is possible. Because at first I was in this little comfort zone of, wait a second, this isn't possible. The only way to become successful is to do a 9 to 5. I started to hang out with more people. I started to join masterminds and join communities where people were succeeding with online businesses. All of a sudden, my comfort zone started expanding. I started investing in online programs and coaching and resources. And I saw that, wait a second, if I do this, then other people would do this too. Then I'm confident charging for my program too, right? So like this, my comfort zone started to expand. And when it did, I could allow these opportunities of, oh wait, I could try this without any sort of hesitation. Because if it were me before in the old comfort zone of 9 to 5s are the only way, I would never try that thing. I would never try the outreach method. I would never try the advertising. I would never try making YouTube videos because it would all just be pointless to me, right? Now I actually try it, and I try it with conviction behind it because the comfort zone is expanded. So only when you expand your comfort zone, you allow those opportunities that are right under your nose already. Every single opportunity is already under your nose. You just can't capitalize on it because it's not you can't see it. You're looking at it, but you can't see it. That's essentially what's happening. But let's look at how we can expand this comfort zone and broaden your worldview, okay? So we do this chart of belief investigation. So let's talk about what you believe about success, okay? So how we begin this exercise is write down the word success, all right? And you circle it and write down 3 to 5 beliefs you have about it, both positive, negative. Ideally, it would have to be the limiting beliefs. I would focus more on that. Like, what do you believe about success that you don't quite like? Okay? What do I believe about success that I don't quite like? Well, I don't quite like the fact that I have to work hard. I don't like the fact that I would have to struggle. I don't like the fact that success to me means sacrifice. And now what happens is, once you've gotten these 3 underlying beliefs around success, underlying limiting or negative beliefs around success, you take another one of those and you go a little bit deeper. Let's look at work hard, right? Hard work. Now you do the same thing with hard work. Well, what do I believe about success and hard work? Well, again, this concept of struggle comes up, that I've got to struggle, not fun, painful, I've got to suffer. And then you take another one and you keep going lower and lower and lower, and you actually start to see, wait a second, I hold these beliefs to be true about success and hard work. And then you look at, well, why do I believe all of these things, right? Because you're asking, well, what do I believe about hard work? I believe all of these things. So now you have enough meat to kind of ask, why do I believe all of these things? Not where it stemmed from, but more so, are these even true? Is it true that I have to suffer in order to become successful? Is it true that I have to struggle in order to become successful? Is it true that it's not fun? Is it true that this has to be painful? Some of these things maybe are true from where you are now, but it's not necessarily the whole truth. Because you start to look at people who are like, oh, I love running a business. Yeah, it's painful, but it's really fun. It's actually really fun and rewarding at the end of it. So now you actually see that, wait a second, this not fun concept is not necessarily true. I don't have to struggle. Wait, this is not necessarily true. Not necessarily true that I have to suffer. Maybe this is true, that it is painful, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad thing. So now you're taking all of these negative beliefs you have about it, and now what happens is your mind is open to receiving a new sort of reformulated belief about it. Right? So now you find a middle ground where you can align this old paradigm with a new one. Okay? So how can you, number 2, recontextualize? So step number 1 is do a belief investigation, go down on it, and once you do find the core, ideas that you have around success, ask, is this necessarily true? How do I know that this is 100% true? Then the truth of it will become questioned and it will fall apart. And now you can recontextualize it. Okay, how does one recontextualize it? You take these things and you see which one you're willing to accept, right? You look at the middle ground that you're willing to accept, the bridge you're willing to accept. Sure, success is hard work, but hard work is not necessarily bad, because what you're thinking in your mind is hard work is bad. Hard work means suffering. Ask yourself this: if hard work were fun, would I like to work hard? Of course. If I didn't feel at the end of the day that I didn't even work, I was just playing a video game the whole day, I was doing something fun, would I love to do that? Yeah, 100%. So what meaning? You change the meaning that you put on this. How do you change the meaning? Success is hard work, but rewarding. Hard work is rewarding. You know, hard work can be rewarding. And then you start to look at proof of other people, other successful business owners who've said that. This video could be one. Looking at people like Elon Musk, who likes to work insane hours of the day, could be one. You know, looking like Jeff Bezos maybe could be another one. Those people all love to work hard, but it's because they're getting rewarded because they're working towards a grander vision. I don't always have to work hard. I need to know the right kinds of work to do. So even this could be questioned, right? Like, you don't have to work hard. Maybe you don't say it's hard work anymore. Maybe you completely change this meaning. Maybe you say success is smart work. Maybe this whole thing becomes, it's not hard work, it's persistent smart work. Right, so you see what I'm trying to do here? I'm trying to question what existing beliefs there are. And once I do question it, I can insert new ones. And it's difficult for me to do this because I've already done this and my beliefs have gotten contextualized. So I'll be a little bit biased. But you've got to investigate your beliefs around hard work or your beliefs around success. Even ask yourself, why do I feel that I can't be successful? This, and this. Why do I feel that I can be successful? That, and that. Is this necessarily true? The reasons that I can't believe that I can be successful? Or how can I bridge both of them? What's the middle ground that allows me to bridge both of them? Here, the middle ground is, painful, but pain can be rewarding. Pain leads to growth. Discomfort leads to growth. I don't necessarily need to suffer. I don't need to keep being fearful and anxious about it. I can just deal with whatever comes up as it comes up without having to worry about what's going to come next. Right? Simple. So the first step is always investigating your current beliefs. Second step is recontextualizing them. The third step is more an alternative step, but this is something that'll help you constantly stay with this new contextualized belief, which is that state of being. Okay? You focus on the state of being as opposed to doing or having. You be first and let the doing come from that. So to give you an example, what does this successful version of me who is achieving this goal look like? Who am I when I become this successful version? And you work your best to embody that state of being right now. Whether it be, wearing certain type of clothing, having certain type of features, whatever it is, you define that first and then you step into that version of yourself. Before you're about to do any action, ask yourself, what would the ideal self that I've defined who is successful at this, how would this person do it? Because at the end of the day, it's not about what it is you're doing. It's about how it is you're showing up to it. And with that, I conclude this video. Thank you so much for watching. I sincerely hope this was helpful. Let's do a quick recap. Today, we talked about this hustle culture and hard work and why we believe that hard work is suffering and pain and how to recontextualize that and get to a place of more ease. The results I've really had out of this were not being fearful and anxious about what comes next. And because I'm not fearful and anxious, I'm not so short-sighted, I can really think about the longer-term goals and the vision of moving the company forward. Instead of thinking about the day-to-day of, how am I going to make this 10K a month and 100K a month? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? I'm willing to let go of that so I can focus. I have more bandwidth to focus on what will really help this company move forward in the longer run, right? So most buy into this hustle culture. I did too. Waking up at 5 a.m. was more important to me than actually doing the work. And understand how you define success, and how we do that was through the belief investigation exercise. And understand the concept of events and meaning. Whatever meaning you put in will define what the subsequent fork in the road, which path you've taken. Okay, and that's done by the meaning you're putting on it, the intention behind it. Whatever event that happens, if you perceive this event of being bullied or having some traumatic event as something bad for you, as opposed to leading to growth, then that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to lead to more bad things, and a chain of bad things will happen. So be careful on what you put a meaning on and how you put the meaning on it. So the 3 keys we talked about was number 1, belief investigation, doing this sort of brainstorming and going deeper and deeper into it until you get the crux. Success What does it mean to me? It means hard work, and hard work means suffering to me. Hard work is painful to me. Can I change the definition of hard work? Yeah, hard work can be rewarding. It can be fun. I work hard at playing video games. You work hard at leveling up a character in a video game. It could be just like that, right? How can I redefine what I mean success to me? Smart work. Maybe you name this something new entirely. You don't even call it hard work anymore, the recontextualized belief. It's smart work now. Number 2 was that recontextualization. Success is hard, but it's rewarding. Hard isn't actually a bad thing. I wouldn't even say but. I would just say success is smart work, right? I don't have to be a prisoner to succeed. Number 3, focus on the state of being. Before you make a decision, what place is this coming from? What would the ideal self do? If I am, and I have already achieved this goal, how would I perform this action? If I am the ideal Quasi, how would I make this video? How would I act, and what place would I come from to make this video? Just like that. So with that, I conclude this video. Thank you so much for watching. I sincerely hope this was helpful. And please leave me a comment and let me know what you thought of this. If there's any sort of confusions that you have, you want me to elaborate, I'll try my best to do so. And also any other videos you would like to see me make, I'll be reading all of the comments personally and replying to them as well. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell there so you're notified of any new video that I put out. Again, as I mentioned, I'm super excited to announce the free one-to-one consult with me. My team for the Reality Mastery Program is open. If you want to work closely together with me, if you want to get a solution to growing your business that doesn't entail you trying out the next shiny object and thinking the grass is greener on the other side, and you're really seeing that you're stuck in your business not because of any tactic or strategy, but it's you. You buy into this idea of hustle culture. You can't ease up, you can't relax, you can't sort of work smart and have your mind open to these opportunities, but you keep looking at the things that are not working and you keep focusing on that, and that's keeping you stuck at a certain revenue level. If that sounds like you, I invite you to click the link in the description below to sign up for the consult, and let's see if we can help. The free Facebook group is also open for you to take advantage of. The link for that is also in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, peace!